Welcome back to the detailing bay and to episode 2 of the wheels on the project car. So we've washed her outside, you can see that in the previous video, and now she's in. Time to protect.
Yes.
So what we're thinking, we've got waxes versus ceramics.
Yeah, two totally different approaches, both fundamentally doing the same thing. One's going to last longer than the other. I'm always a bit more of a fan of, I like my wheel wax sealant style products over ceramics. They are less maintenance and they will last a hell of a lot longer, but it's kind of like when you're waxing the paintwork. I feel like, especially on certain finishes, I just love a good coat or something on there.
Yeah, and just get that extra bit of luster that these kind of things.
They're a hell of a lot easier to use when you're just doing it on your driveway, and that's obviously the approach we want to go for. They do take a little bit more effort, and I also feel that with that style of coating, that if you're going to go to that effort and get that 18-24 month durability, you're probably going to want to do the barrel as well, so you're going to want to take the wheel off, and it makes it a bigger job. But you know, if you give your car a good going over the weekend, and now final icing is going to be get some protection on the wheels. Yeah, so easy to use.
We're not saying you shouldn't use that in this situation, are we?
No, no, not at all. It's a different circumstances.
Yeah, someone who's got this project car that they're absolutely treating to the nth degree, you know, there's nothing wrong with doing that, but our approach has been very much what you can do on your driveway. Minimal products, minimal time, maximum impact.
Less prep. If you not ideal, but even if there was some residue of some sort left on the wheel, these products aren't really going to be like hampered too much. Ceramics, it's a different ball game. So there's a few more stages to add if you're going to go down that road.
And then finally, I think because it's so low mileage, probably never going to see the rain really either, is it? Lives indoors.
It's a garage queen, you can say it.
So which one of these two then? Obviously we've got one of the best known Poorboys.
Yeah, the original. Yeah. And then Mint Rims. Finesse. A slightly newer one, if you like, and I think their thought process was kind of where I'm at with it is, you go to a show and you've got like a lovely gloss black or all these other colours people are going with. To me, I don't know if it's psychological, it just feels, just lifts that, it gives it a bit of a dressed look. Yeah. Luster, as you like to use.
That's right. Yeah. And you could also use these kind of products on the go as well, couldn't you? So you could give it a couple of coatings at home, drive to a show,
clean off, and then
and then go. Do you know what? While I'm here, just giving them a little top up.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no right or wrong in that respect.
So we're fully washed and cleaned. We haven't done a panel wipe or anything like that. Is it worth it when you're using this kind of product?
Clean to the touch. We're not really worried about if there was like a light grease or anything like that. It's not bonding in the same manner as a ceramic would. So I'm not overly worried, and it's keep it simple. You could if you wanted to, and you could argue whether that will add anything substantial to the durability. With these sort of products, I wouldn't be too worried about. Big difference with ceramics.
So we're pretty much ready to go.
Yeah.
Are we going to apply them by hand applicator? What's the best way to apply your mint rims?
I like to use what's known as a foam finger.
Right, we've got a foam finger. Let's have a little dabble. I'll apply and you buff off.
I'll hold up. Oh, stole the pot from me.
Oh, it's warm, isn't it?
Yeah, but you can feel it's a bit firmer than the Poorboys. Thank you.
Actually smells of mint as well.
And then the foam fingers are so good just for getting into them little areas.
Yeah.
Rather than, you can do it with like a foam wax applicator, but I don't know, they just conform a bit better.
Just load it up a little bit more.
Yeah, it goes really buttery once it gets just that little bit of heat.
Kind of need a few dips in, don't you?
Yes.
Trying not to reach the back of the barrel and drag any grit on.
Yeah, so just nice thin coat. You don't need to go too thick. You can do a couple of layers. Found 2 coats of this. Yeah. Seems to be the magic number.
Just to get complete coverage.
Yeah.
Inevitably, I'm trying my best to get best coverage, but you're going to miss the odd little spot. So yeah, a second coat's always a good tip.
Absolutely.
And then, I'll have one more little dip.
Yeah.
Do the face of it. Right in where the lug nuts, what do you call them bits?
Lug nut holes?
Lug nut holes. Yeah, they're pretty handy things then. These little foam fingers.
Yeah, they're all right. They're not overly expensive. You can, because the problem is when you're doing wheels, you'll touch something that's got dirt on it.
Yeah.
And they do get a little bit.
Well, now I'm about to do the sort of the
yes, you're going to end up transfer off it.
Yeah, so I'm going to use this one and then I'll change for the next one. Do we need to leave it to buff off?
I'd go now with it.
All right, I'll give you a
It doesn't seem to be too, even when left for a little bit longer, too much of an issue.
No.
And, yeah, you can see it already. Well, I can see it. I don't know if the camera can pick it up.
Excitement in your voice.
Oh, you just can't beat a good traditional wheel sealant.
Yeah, this is the rewarding bit when you instantly see them pop.
Yeah. Well, until you get half around it, your arm gets tired. And then you can always use the classic, we've all done it, where you stick your finger into the microfiber and then work it round everywhere. Yeah. That's what I tend to do once you've gone round it, is I'll stick my finger in it and then I get all these little, the more intricate bits.
It's coming off really nicely, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's super easy product to work with and minty fresh.
Right, so that's all the inner bits done. I'll just flip my cloth, get the faces done, and then I'll go in to the luggy areas again.
You can't lie, you can see it, can't you?
Yeah.
And I know people are going to argue, oh, ceramic does the same thing, but I think it's always going to be that split. Some people are, oh, ceramics, but you can't rival them. It always adds just a little bit of something.
And there is an argument that, like with ceramics, you do it once and then you leave it. The kind of maintenance free.
Yeah, if you look at the core purpose of any ceramic is that lower maintenance approach as well.
But then these are so easy to use. If you do them every 3 months, then you could argue that the wheel's going to look better more often.
Yeah, a ceramic will make them easy to clean, and whilst they are lower maintenance, that part means you don't need to apply it as often. It doesn't mean you can leave your wheels for 6 months, which some people think what lower maintenance means.
Just leave it. Yeah.
They do make it easier to clean, but yeah, don't leave them or you're just going to have the same problem.
So that's the rims done.
Yeah.
It'd be rude not to dress the tyres, wouldn't it? I mean, some people like leaving them, you know.
Oh, you'll get all different glossy, wet looking, satin, but
we'll get something on there that's
Gtechniq on there.
Yeah, and, this one's the silicone style, isn't it? So we should get an instant result from it. It'll look quite glossy.
I would class this as a bit more of a wet look. Not too, not overly durable, but I always think it's a good one if you want a more show finish.
Yeah, and it just enhances the gloss, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
And the rims.
Yeah, as you catch the bead, you'll always get just a little bit of residue on there. Yeah. Classic.
I'll just grab a
microfiber. And swap that off. And what you can do as well is, depending on the finish, and you don't want to risk sling, is you can just give the tyre just a quick wipe, quick dust round, and it will. Especially if you say you're ready to go straight after putting that on, I'd just give it a quick wipe around with microfiber just to get any reduce the risk of,
like you say, so it just doesn't sling up by the way. And always remember, move your car forward, do the extra little bit that we can't reach. So they're all minted up, tyres dressed. Yeah, it's one of my favourite jobs, that as well. It's quite something you can take your time over, and it's so rewarding.
It's got to be done at the end, and it's funny how much that small area transforms the entire car.
You can spend hours and hours correcting your paint, and you do see an instant result from it, but it's not until you get your wheels and your tyres done that it makes that pop.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, I'm tempted to go for a drive now because the sun's just come out as well, but we'll be good. Keep it inside. We've got plenty more to do. So I hope you've enjoyed watching. We'll put links to the products that we've used in the description. Subscribe, like, and we'll see you on the next one.